Hi guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. In this video we're going to be looking at Toaplan Arcade 4. Amazingly, the fourth collection from the Toaplan Arcade library. This is going to be collection number 13. Unlucky for some. Anyway, let's get started with the video. Okay guys, let's have a look at Toaplan Arcade 4. I can't believe we've got fourth collection from the Toaplan library, another 6 games. I don't think we'll see that many more surely from Toaplan. I don't think there's that many more games to come, if not any at all. We've got 6 more games, nice lovely cartridge. Again, it's collection number 13, and amazingly we got more stickers. Blaze have went all out for their stickers in the last few collections of this year, which is great. We've got Dogyuun, we got the crazy game, can't remember, Pip and Bibi I think that game was called, Knuckle Bash and Grindstormer stickers, which is really nice. But yeah, let's have a look at the manual. More information about Toaplan as per normal. We've got all the games. We've got Dogyuun, another shooter. Obviously Toaplan were more renowned for shooters than anything else. We've got Grindstormer. And there's a few pages for each of these games, which is obviously really nice. We've got Knuckle Bash, which is a beat 'em up, which is a nice sort of change of pace. I'm looking forward to sort of going through that and more information and questions about the game. We've got Snow Brothers 2, which is pretty cool. More information about that as well. We've got Pip and Bibi's. Now, I think there was some questionable content in this game. It was like more adult orientated, but I'm pretty sure that sort of material will probably most likely be censored in this game. I doubt very much, and obviously it's gone into some more detail about it here, but I doubt very much that this will be included in the game. But there's a 2-page spread about the saucy secrets within this game. Now, I've no idea why games would have to have this in them, to be honest, but anyway, it is what it is. We've got Sky Shark. This is another sort of shoot 'em up, I believe. And more information about that. Now, 6 more games. I'm pretty sure this will be the last Toaplan collection on Evercade. I'd be really surprised if we see any more. But yeah, let's have a look at the games on the XP and then the VS. I'm pretty sure this will be cool to try out on the Evercade Alpha as well. Now, this game is Knuckle Bash from Toaplan Arcade 4. Oh, love it. How good does this look, guys? This looks fantastic. Right in the nether regions. Okay guys, so first up we're going to have a look at Dogyuun. This is another shooter from Toaplan. There is only 3 shooters on this collection, and this one is probably by far the most difficult shoot 'em up that I've ever played by Toaplan. There are quite a lot of tricky ones. This one was the toughest, I think, if I recall yet. Really, really challenging, and I apologise, I probably don't do this game justice at all. I struggled, I played it over and over again trying to make some progress, and I really couldn't. You've got access to a few different type of weapons. You can get rid of some of the weapons as well by jettisoning it, by pressing the Y button. Some of the weapons, you can actually hold down the button and fire continuously. Other times you need to sort of continuously press the button. That's a little bit strange. This was probably my favourite of all the weapons, but immediately you get stuck right head first into the action, and even though it's not quite bullet hell like some of the other games from Toaplan, this is still one of the most difficult, frustrating games I've played from them. So if you love your challenging shoot 'em ups, then you'll absolutely love it. For me, it was just a very, very frustrating experience. But I'm not saying it's a bad game, I just could not make any progress. I tried time and time again. The footage I had for this just goes on, and I kept on trying, like I do with every game on Evercade, but I could not make progress, and therefore I obviously couldn't do this game justice at all. Not saying it's a bad game, I just found it extremely tough. Okay, moving on to Grindstormer, and I definitely prefer this one over Dogyuun. Probably helps that the game you can just insert a coin and continue from where you actually left off. So not saying this game is particularly easier than Dogyuun, it's probably still as tough, but it was more enjoyable to play given the fact you can just continue from wherever you die. It does make a huge difference. Now, definitely a point here I need to make here is again about those dip switches. With games like Dogyuun and players of skill levels like myself, I really need a little bit of help to make some progress. I'm never going to play these games because they cause so much frustration. I'm not going to come back to them. So we definitely need access to those dip switches to dumb down the difficulty a little bit. Just give me a little bit of help, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people out there like me that will struggle to play that game, and probably quite a lot of the other arcade games. At least this one you can actually just insert your coin, your virtual coin, and continue from where you actually die. And I really enjoyed this one. You can just keep on building up your sort of bombs there and unleash hell if you sort of let it build up. And the special effects in this game are really quite impressive. Certainly the graphics and effects in the games from Toaplan 3 and 4 are probably some of the highest standard I've seen from Toaplan. And for me, Toaplan Arcade 3 and 4 are head and shoulders above anything that was on Toaplan 1 and 2. I've just enjoyed these carts a heck of a lot more than them. I'm not a huge fan of 1 and 2, and I know there are a lot of people out there that love those carts, but personally I'm not a big fan. They're very heavy in shooters, and I think I probably enjoyed the ones on 3 the most. 4, definitely more challenging, visually very impressive, and probably more so for the hardcore fan out there regardless with shoot 'em ups, no doubt about it. Great games, but very, very challenging indeed. Okay, so gladly we're moving away from shoot 'em ups and we have a beat 'em up. Hooray, I absolutely love my beat 'em ups. And this one is actually really, really decent. Now, apparently, according to the manual, they were trying to give that final fight experience and make something a little bit similar to that. I don't think it's anywhere near as similar as that, but they've definitely made a very decent attempt at a beat 'em up. It almost seems like sections that you're playing of different scenes. It's not like this massively scrolling beat 'em up that Final Fight was. There's just certain scenes where you take upon sort of different bad guys, then you sort of fight a couple of bosses, 1 or 2 bosses, then multiple bosses. And there are 2 different routes you can play through the game. Initially you've got 3 playable characters to choose from at the start, but if you go through the different options of gameplay at the start, you will unlock a couple extra fighters, which is pretty cool. Controls are pretty straightforward. You get A to jump, you get B to block or attack, and you can press A and B at the same time for your special move. Standard fare for your beat 'em ups, you can press A and B at the same time and choose left and right. And you do a sliding attack, and there's all sorts of moves. If you walk up to the characters, you can maybe put some sort of pile driver or something on them, and then or throw them somewhere. But I really enjoyed this game. It's big, it's colourful, sounds okay. The sounds were maybe a bit raspy here and there. I thought, I'm not sure if that was the emulation or that's how it was originally, but I was really enjoying this game, and I'm definitely going to play this one a lot more. Right, next up we've got Pip and Bibi's, which is a platforming style game with the sort of dodgy content in it. Now, sadly, this version doesn't include that sort of dodgy content. It has some questionable content, but it's all being covered up basically. I think there is a switch in these cabinets where you switch between the more adult orientated content or a sort of more sort of family friendly version. So at the start of the game you get a silhouette of a woman or a cartoon girl, and each level that you complete you'll get to see a little bit more. Now the actual game itself is actually really good fun. It reminded me a little bit like maybe like Bonanza Brothers type of thing. So their idea is to place bombs on all these computers or TVs, I think they are, using the lifts, avoiding the bad guys, collect the coins. You will get, I don't know what the significance is between the coins, obviously you get bonus points, but I think it helps if you collect all the coins you'll get to see more of the lady at the end of each stage. I'm not entirely sure. Now you've got some sort of weapon where you can push it's called a shredder beam, where you can push the characters or the enemies down a level. You need to be careful that you don't push them down to a level where you need to access, but be careful you don't run out of time either. But yeah, once you've completed that and got to the exit, you will get a glimpse of the cartoon lady in all her glory, or in this case not her glory. You'll just basically see a little glimpse, and then at the end, I think it's the third or fourth stage, you'll get to see a little bit more, but don't get too excited. The girl in this version is completely covered up, so you want to get to see all her bits in cartoon form. Now apparently this type of game is very popular in Japan. I'm pretty sure it still is, and I'm sure there are other regions out there that have obviously enjoy these games as well, but I don't know why Blaze decided to cover it up, because I'm pretty sure the target audience on retro games and on Evercade is surely somewhere between 30, 70 or something like that, so I'm sure there are kids out there playing these games for sure. And let's be honest, this content doesn't really serve much purpose to this anyway. Do you really want to see cartoon girls naked? Do you? I'm sure some people might. I'm not sure I do. I don't think I do anyway. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, if you get lucky enough, now I say lucky enough in inverted commas there, to get to this stage and unlock the scantily clad female, you can actually control the sections and view whatever section of her body that you want to look at. Not sure why the heck they would include this feature, but it is here if you want to do that. Obviously I'm just doing this for the video purposes, honest, I really am. Now in the actual adult version, she was completely naked, apart from I think the nether regions were sort of pixelated out a little bit. Utterly pointless, but it's here anyway. Right, moving on to Sky Shark. Now, this is incredibly not an arcade game. You kind of get a feeling that at this point they're probably scraping the barrel a bit to include games on these collections. Perhaps this was originally going to be released as a 5-game carton. Maybe they thought that wasn't good value and maybe added this at the end. Not sure, maybe they deliberately wanted to add this, which is basically the NES version of Sky Shark. And it's actually alright for a NES game. It seems pretty decent enough. Now, I'm not a massive fan of sort of shoot 'em ups, and I found this a little bit too challenging for my liking, even though there's nowhere near as many enemies on the screen at the same time as you might get on the arcade version perhaps, but still very, very challenging, quite tricky, and if you like your shooters, I'm pretty sure you will enjoy this. Okay, on to game 6 and the final game on this collection. It's Snow Brothers 2, another single screen platform game, and you get to choose between 4 different characters. Now, probably experiment between the different characters because they are quite different. There was 1 or 2 characters actually seemed pleasantly easier or better to actually play the game with. But the idea is use your snowballs or whatever weapon you have to clear all the enemies from the screen and then carry on to the next screen until you get to the sort of usual end of screen bosses and then carry on through the game. Now, we have absolutely tons of single screen platform games like this on Evercade. It almost seems like we have more of this than any other style game, maybe apart from shoot 'em ups, right enough, and most of them do play pretty similar, and there's nothing particularly wrong with this one. It is basically just more Snow Brothers. I did enjoy it. I just getting to a point where I'm getting a little bit bored playing these style of games. They all seem very, very samey, but still, it's still very decent. There's nothing really wrong with it. I'm just getting a little bit bored with this sort of type of scenario, but nothing wrong with it. So final thoughts on Toaplan Arcade 4. I think it's not too bad. It's okay. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's better than Toaplan 1 and 2 in my own opinion. But if you were going to buy one Toaplan cart, it probably would be Toaplan Arcade 3. But there's no doubt there's some good games on here. If you like your shooters, you'll probably enjoy Dogyuun and Grindstormer. I really enjoyed Knuckle Bash. I thought that was fantastic stuff. Quite different from Toaplan. Snow Brothers 2 and Pip and Bibi are single screen platformers and pretty similar. Pip and Bibi is probably the more challenging one, which I enjoyed a little bit more. But overall, it's not bad. Not the greatest, but it's not bad at all. Thanks for watching. Catch you again in the next one. Bye for now.